I will tell you the story of David, a simple shepherd boy.
Why do my brothers get to fight? And I'm stuck here.
David, you are not a man of blood.
An outcast who became one of the most famous kings who ever lived.
The story of King David, made into a biblical drama called House of David, is a huge hit, having reached the #1 spot on Prime Video in the U.S. and garnering more than 40 million views worldwide. Michael Iskander is the lead actor who portrays King David. Born in Egypt and raised as an Orthodox Coptic Christian, Iskander is a recent, enthusiastic, and very committed convert to Catholicism. He spoke recently with our Catholic news agency colleague Francesca Fenton about the highly anticipated second season of House of David and his faith journey that inspires his acting.
He sees into the heart. And you have the heart of a lion.
I really, really love this season. I think I'm extremely proud of it, and proud of the work that we've done this time, because it is truly a transformative season. And you know, in the time of David, people asked, how is this guy going to defeat Goliath? He's just a youth. He's just, you know, blah, 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 blah. He's a shepherd.
David, what you have done here will never be forgotten.
You know, in the same way, this time around in this season, people are questioning, how is this guy going to be a commander? How is he going to lead Saul's armies? But we see that transformation that God takes him on. We see that complete switch in demeanor, complete switch in confidence in his build. He's a different man by the end of the season than he is at the beginning. And it's really indicative of how much God can work in our lives if we let him. So this season for me is a season of transformation. It's a season of war. A lot of blood is shed this time. And but it's also, everything is just bigger. There's romance, there's drama, there's a lot of fighting. You know, it's super, super fun. And there's so much more biblical material that I think is going to be really informative for people. We really dive into the friendship between David and Jonathan this season. And that friendship it's one of the only kind of main friendships that we see in the Old Testament between two guys, and it's really a model for us as men today of how do we express love for one another. How do we show friendship? What is true friendship? What does love and friendship look like?
So how has your faith been impacted by portraying David?
I mean, it's been, in every way it's been impacted. I think one of the biggest things that has affected me is learning about why God chose David and why he rejected Saul. And ultimately, Saul was a prideful king. And in the beginning it says he was humble, but you look at his history, his beginning, his anointing as a king, and really you see not humility, but you see low self-confidence.
I'm the chosen. God favored me. He always has.
And as the attention and the love started to become on him, this low self-confidence became ego, covering for this low self-esteem. And so it makes sense that he became prideful. But rather, David did not have self-confidence. He was humble. And humility is not about, bowing down to others. No, humility is about seeing the true value of something and understanding truth. Humility is truth. And so, as David, God chose David because of his humble heart. And a humble heart is a heart that's willing to follow God. It's a heart that's willing to listen to him and do as he commands. Versus a prideful heart is going to choose my wants, my needs, my selfish desires over him. A selfish heart is going to place yourself even with God, which is what happened with Saul, ultimately why he was rejected.
God, give me this ground. Every step, just one step.
I asked for a champion. You come against me with a stick? You will become the victim of my wrath.
But God says, I will choose a man after my own heart. I will choose a man who does what I tell him. And that kind of clicked something in my brain. It's like, no, God chose David because David loved God, and thus David was going to follow God's commandments. He was going to do God's will on earth. And so it really, once that clicked, I was like, oh, it's not about me, it's about him. I need to follow him, and I need to listen to his commandments, and I need to put myself aside. I need to not think about myself. And really, it's freeing. It's a freeing thing to just, put yourself aside and live for Christ. Because who wouldn't want to do that? Actually, a lot of people wouldn't want to do that. But it's for me, I think that's the most beautiful thing, to put ourselves aside and to live for him.
What do you hope people are taking away from this show?
I really hope people take away the point of the story, which is that everything about David, to go back to what I said earlier, is about the heart. What does your heart look like?
From this day forward, you will join the house of Saul. Are you ready to be a commander of men?
I hope people ponder this question. Do we love God? Do we love him as much as we should? Christ says to lay one's life for another, that is the greatest love we can show. Are we willing to lay down our lives for Christ? In the same manner that David did. David was put in so many life-threatening situations because of God. God led him through. Are we willing to trust him to lead us through those same challenges? And ultimately above this, do we love God? That is the most important question. So I hope people ask themselves that question. And I hope it inspires them to go on a deeper faith journey. And for me, I ultimately hope it inspires them to grow closer to Christ.
The second season of House of David is currently airing exclusively on Prime Video through a Wonder Project subscription. You can watch our full interview with Michael Iskander on our EWTN News YouTube channel.